What's good? What's poppin'? We back again with another one. Three metropolitan cities, I should say. That's the worst to drive in as a semi driver. We all got our places where it's like, I mean, backed up traffic, um, drivers that can't drive, so on and so forth. So I'm gonna give y'all three personally for me. Y'all might have some different ones. Y'all could throw down in the comments. But this is my three metropolitan areas that is the worst for driving a semi. Let's break it down. First, of course, I'm gonna kick off with the city. New York City. I'm from the Northeast. So the tri-state I'm very familiar with. But if you don't know what you're doing, it can get hectic traveling through the city. For certain drivers, like if you don't know your way around, um, you miss a wrong turn. I mean, that's on you. Might top a bridge if you do something like that. But I say the city because um even leading even coming from through Connecticut towards the George Washington, just that 4 mile radius, traffic could be backed up for over 2 hours just in a 4 mile span, just to get to that George Washington across into Jersey. Um, you know, and you're gonna get constantly cut off in the city. That's how New Yorkers do it, man. I mean, so just be prepared for that too. If you're coming up to the Northeast, that it ain't like the South. It ain't like the West. You got to really be patient with these vehicles. Cutting you off and I mean, just sticking they nose out of the hood and then going. So you gotta be mindful. Just give them room. Let them do what they do. For me personally, I'm used to it because I'm from New England. So, but it's still one of the major metropolitans that can be hectic going through just that tri-state area. Um, I know this wasn't a part of the list, but even Connecticut got its own, traffic that that'll build up in a 20 mile radius span, and a lot of stopping and going through there. Um, and one thing about the city too, like you gotta really follow your GPS. Like it's no like getting off. I'm out to being a left, being a right, and I'll be straight. Nah, you get off of one of them exits, you're gonna deal with one of them low bridges. So make sure you really following the GPS accordingly, especially when you're in the city, man. Seen so many videos of people just tapping bridges because they just thought like they could get under it. They see 12-11, 12-9, and be like, all right, I'm gonna take it. But they end up taking their top off. That's what they end up taking. I mean, you feel me? And also up there by the city, you want to dodge the parkways. Do not go on a parkway for a trucker. Avoid the Merritt Parkway, avoid the Hutchinson Parkway, all that. Stay away from the parkways. The parkways is meant for cars. So if you end up on a parkway, just know you're gonna do a lot of reversing that day. It's gonna be one hectic day for you. I mean, and that's the first metropolitan I feel like in the whole state, all the states. It's probably the most hectic. I mean, number two. Some may disagree on this one. Some may agree. I'm gonna say the A, Atlanta. Reason I say the A is because every time I'm down on that 285, there's always an accident. There's always somebody smacking into something. You know what I mean? And I just want everyone to drive safe on the highway, and I hope those people that got in the accidents are okay. But there's always something going on, like you know what I mean? And and the A can get congested too. Like traffic moving fast. You in the south, it's not as crowded as New York, but it do pick up in the A. You know what I mean, the A can be wild. I'll say it's more truck friendly than New York, but it's still a major city, a metropolitan. Again, be ready to get cut off. Um, just, I mean, get ready to just maneuver around out the way, um, and definitely be aware of abrupt traffic. You know, the A could definitely have abrupt traffic during rush hour. Like you got your foot to the floor, hitting the gas, and all of a sudden, up ahead, like boom. I mean, you gotta start putting your foot on that brake, slowing it down from from a distance. Because that 285 could pack on. And one thing about these metropolitans, you got to know how to run it too. Like, um, to backtrack a little bit, like going through the Northeast, like a certain time, you could go through there smoothly. Like after 10 p.m., 9:30, 10 p.m., you could ride over to George Washington. Sometimes if they're not doing construction smoothly, you know what I mean? Same with the A. Like if you're rolling in there after like rush hour and all that, you're gonna be straight. I mean, you're gonna be able to move, maneuver through and get to where you got to get to with smooth sailing. But I know that's not the case all the time because you could pick up a load at 10, don't get loaded till 12, and now you pushing Atlanta traffic by 2. I mean, and it starts to build up. So just be patient and be mindful in the A2 because you can miss your exits like around that loop. I once heard a story that a driver literally stood on a 285 for his whole 10 hour because he didn't know which way to get off at. He should jump off on the 20 or the 85 or the 75. It sounds crazy. It's going around that loop for 10 hours. I don't know how real that is, but I heard that story. I was like, that's a little wild. I mean, so just be mindful. I mean, because it can get hectic in these metropolitans when the exit is coming up. You know what I mean? You trying to figure out which one I'm going to jump on. Always be focused and always give yourself a mile and a half if you're getting off the exit to get yourself in that lane to prepare yourself to get off the, you know what I mean? Get off the highway. So the A is definitely number two. The A is beautiful though. I like the A. A is beautiful. Um, you know, being up there in the Northeast, I love the Northeast too. But like when you go down south, it's just a different vibe. Man, shout out to Atlanta, man. And the third one, most of y'all might be thinking a certain place, but this might throw you off course. Now, man, the third one for me is definitely Memphis. What, bro? Memphis traffic, they can nah, they be wilding, bro. They cannot drive, bro. Like you gotta be cautious in Memphis, bro. Like Memphis traffic, like it's not even the traffic, it's just the way they drive. Like, you know what I mean, like traffic will start building up, and then cars will literally swing right in front of your hood with no indicator, no nothing. Um, yeah, Memphis gotta be the, you know what I mean, top number one and worst drivers. In metropolitan areas. I know most of y'all was probably thinking LA or something like that, but not Memphis. They got it. I remember one time I'm delivering a load actually out there in Memphis. It's probably early morning, probably like 4:30, 3:30, 4:30, something like that. I'm at a red light, bro. I never seen this in my life. Like four cars come around just Tokyo drifting at the red light. I'm the first one at the light. They opt out of the lane. I mean, and like you just see them like perfectly, like they in NASCAR or something. I'm like, bro, they pass red lights out there. So just be mindful of that too in Memphis. Like, be careful if you're on the roadways because they do, I mean, they take it on reds. And yeah, that's just to me personally, that's gotta be the worst metropolitan to whipping in. Memphis, like you gotta really be on your P's and Q's, and it's small too. Like you're not there for a minute, but you definitely gotta be on it, like, or you will get caught up into something. Because a lot of people being stolies out there. So just, they'll tap your joint and just keep pushing like nothing happened. So just definitely be mindful. Um, I guess I could add a fourth one in there too. People do be saying LA traffic, but I feel like LA traffic is long, it's hectic, but you could get out of there because there's like so much connecting highways to it. Now, like if you want a 5 and you're approaching a 705 that head to Long Beach, you could just jump off the 5, know what I mean, and go to the other connector. Like if one highway blocked up, the other one free. That's what I experienced being in LA. Like it hasn't been too hectic. Actually, no, going up to 15, leaving, it do be hectic though out that mountain. It can be a buildup. Um, so yeah, LA is definitely probably the fourth one that I figure that could be the worst with traffic. I mean, just because it's it's not like New York because it's stretched out for miles and it be bumper to bumper. It do be stretched out for miles. And the lanes are tighter out there too. Like it's 4 lanes, but they mad tight. Like you gotta really know what you're doing when you driving in LA. I mean, or the LA area. You know what I mean? Chino, San Bernardino, all that. I mean, Pasadena. Like you gotta be on it. I mean, they got foots out there. I mean, them Cali cats be. I mean, so just be mindful in the LA area. Just know that you're driving a rig. I mean, just be as patient as possible because your CDL could be on the line. So just be mindful of that. Let them go, even if it's like a near miss. Like just don't react. Slow it down and take your time. Now, man. Um, but yeah, yeah, definitely. In LA, it could take a minute to get up out of there. Going through the mountains, just even being on that 5 through the city. Um, I'm hardly on there though. I'm hardly like going directly through the city, but like even going around the 710 coming up out of Long Beach, sometimes you'll catch a bit of traffic. Yeah, so those are the 3 metropolitans that I feel like is the worst to drive in. If you got your 3 cities, your 3 metropolitans that you feel like is hectic to drive in, definitely drop it down in the box below. Drop it in the comments. I mean, it's Andre Bossman. Like, share, and subscribe. I mean, catch you on the next one. Peace.